questions to answer.
We're not like live, right?
Yeah, but no, not live. I'm editing.
Okay.
But, here, I can't do it. One of the questions was, why does your mom do it? Is she a stylist?
No.
No. But a hairstylist taught her how to dye hair. Right?
Yeah, Gina.
Gina, my best friend.
You understand?
I should know that. I've shown this color so many times. It's fade resistant. A lot of people say that, you know, I heard Dark and Lovely fades. Would you say it fade? No.
Look
This is bad lighting. It's not. What is my natural hair color? They asked that too.
Dark brown.
Dark brown?
But
and they asked.
like auburn highlights. Like.
Right. Because in the summer my hair always got lighter. When I was relaxed, that I ever dye my hair? No. That's a bad idea. I've never dyed my hair until last year. But I used to put lemon juice in my hair and lay out in the sun, which is not good for your hair either, but it worked. So they asked if I used a developer before I put. I don't know what that is, but this says cream developer.
Yeah, it's all mixed together. You know, it's a box. So,
how often do you recolor your hair?
Not often enough, apparently.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I do it like twice a year. I don't mind the dark roots, but it drives my mom crazy.
Most people should do it like every 6 weeks.
Right, like a relaxer, but screw that. Do you use peroxide to strip your hair?
No.
How long do you leave the hair dye in? Well, it depends on what I'm doing. Last time I was on the phone in an important call and I left it in for like, how long? 40 minutes? And my roots were like blonde. It was crazy.
You're supposed to leave it in for 30 minutes on natural hair, 20 minutes on relaxed hair. And that's after completing the application. So after it's in your, after we're done, start timing for 30 minutes on natural hair.
Right. Well, the last time we did it, which was in March, I left it in for like 45 minutes. And, you know, it just got really light. So then the other questions are about dryness and breakage and...
Your hair looks fine.
It looks fine.
Like it's breaking at all.
No. I mean, I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen for everybody, but, you know. And I showed you my hair regimen already. So...
Yeah,
they asked, do I do anything?
Yes, I'm going.
Video.
Oh, shiz. Yeah. Oh, what's up, y'all? More room.
Room where?
I'm on TV! Hair is in how many sections?
4.
Okay. They asked if it loosened my curl or damaged my texture. It loosened it very slightly, though. Like, nothing.
It actually made your hair a little more manageable to me.
To this one.
I hardly have any hair.
Do you sit under the dryer? No. Do you have to color more because you are using a store-bought color in a box?
No, I don't put more than necessary on your hair. But you have a lot of hair, so we got to use 2 boxes.
Well, we actually need more than 2. To get my whole head the same color, they asked how do I get the fade effect. And they keep asking if I put just the front or if I just dye the back. No, we dye the whole head, but we start from the front. I only use 2 boxes, and I have a lot of hair, so I probably need like 3.5. But I don't mind it. Like, I like the way it looks.
Well, today we're only doing your roots. I'm not touching.
Oh, yeah. The first time I dyed my hair, we did the whole head, obviously, because my whole head was freshly not colored. But now it's just my roots, and every time after, I've only done my roots. And even still, even when we only do my roots, the back is always darker. But I like that, so whatever. Do you use permanent, semi-permanent, demi-permanent? I've never heard of demi-permanent. I actually looked it up. It just means like they don't use ammonium or something. They use something else. I use permanent, right? This is permanent color. And then they asked if you ever heard of henna to color your hair?
Yeah.
How well does that work? Because I've seen videos on YouTube and it doesn't really look like it comes out unless
it's not a nice process because henna's very dry. It's almost like mixing water with flour.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Chalky.
Yeah.
But it pulls out highlights, natural highlights. So it's very subtle. And it's hard to do because of the, this is like wet and
Right,
it
it
goes into
slides
your hair.
on. Right.
That stuff is very dry. It's hard to do, but it is a more natural way to dye your hair. I've done it before when I was younger, but it wasn't, like I said, very subtle, not color like you want.
Right.
Maybe there's different types of henna you could buy to make it lighter.
I don't know. I've seen the semi-permanents and the rinses. I've never done anything but this box that I'm showing you right now. And I don't have anything against any other way. I just like how this comes out. And it doesn't damage my hair. And it's not dry. And, so I don't know. How long should you wait before you start applying products to your hair again? I.e. hair gel, leave-in conditioner, etc.
Right away.
Yeah, right away. As soon as it comes with this conditioner, a deep conditioner. So,
awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. As soon as you wash it out, you use that conditioner. Do I shampoo after I do this?
No.
No, right?
Just rinse it out. And you put this on.
What's this? Moisture-rich conditioner with moisture seal technology, aloe vera, sunflower oil, and provitamin B5. The stuff is great. As far as deep conditioner, I use, what's that stuff that we use?
Cholesterol?
Cholesterol, yeah. I'll post that in the box. I can't think of the name.
It's cholesterol.
Again, it's just hair. But what is it? Is it Queen Helene?
Yeah, probably.
Right. Does your regimen change after dyeing your hair? You know what? No. But honestly, this is the first time that I dye my hair after I've, cut my ends off, the relaxed ends. And again, all I used to do were braid outs and twist outs with the shea butter and with the shea butter and coconut oil. So this will be a little different. I'll let you know if it feels any different like a week later. But when you first colored your entire head, how many boxes of hair dye did we use? Did we use 2 or 3? I don't remember. I think
we had 2, but we should have used 3.
Right. We had 2, but we should have used 3. But I have a lot of hair, so if you don't have a lot of hair, then
I only use 1 on my own.
Yeah, so it all depends on how thick and long your hair is. I'm going natural, but I'm in the transitioning phase, and I want to dye my hair or put a rinse. Do you think it's a good idea or no? I did it when I was transitioning. I did it 10 months into my transition. So yeah, go for it. Because, the way I figured if it was going to break my ends off, I had to cut them off eventually anyway. But it didn't. It really didn't mess up my relaxed ends. She said, I know your hair is lighter, but does darkening your hair make your hair drier as well? If you dye your hair like black, would that dry out your hair? No, right?
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. It depends on your hair type. Like, dyeing it lighter doesn't fry it. Shouldn't fry it, and dyeing it darker doesn't add more luster. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't want to think that way.
Yeah, because I've known people who damage their hair from dyeing it black all the time, too. Yeah.
So, it depends on your hair.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, I don't know, we tried this color because I thought your hair, originally I told you to get the coarseness of your hair, so that's why I was going towards a black hair product.
Right.
But for my hair, I use Garnier. Right, and that comes with special conditioners because my hair is already thin and brittle.
Right.
Without coloring it. So that just helps it not be so thin and brittle.
Mm-hmm.
That product, because it has another oil that you put inside the bottle.
Right.
Some people should use that if they're thin, brittle already.
Alright, so we did the whole front.
I'm just trying to get what's left in the bottle.
Now, here's what's funny. Because we are doing it at home and my mom is not professional. She's good, but she's not professional. I get these, blotches in some areas. I like it, though. I think it looks more natural. But it is funny. So, sometimes when we color it, because, last time I left it in too long, and we only did the roots, my roots were lighter than my ends, and, whatever. If you want it to be perfect, go to the salon.
Don't come here.
When you color your hair, do you use a hairbrush? Nah. She puts the gloves on. want to color my hair, but I've noticed it's been breaking recently. Do you think that coloring it will make it worse? Yeah, I think so. I think if your hair is breaking, it's probably because it's dry or, you know, something else that hair dye is not going to help at all.
So when I put yours on, see how it's divided in four, right?
Right.
I go right around the outline first.
Okay.
And then, with this comb, I do like
Interesting.
triangle sections. And get in between.
Okay.
In the line, you gotta rub up top and on the bottom.
Very similar to when we used to get relaxers, ladies.
Except without the burns.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does itch.
Yeah. Yeah. The first time we did it, it is. Ooh, were we stuck?
Yeah.
And the first time we did, my hair was curly. Oh man, yeah, that was crazy. She was ripping my hair apart. She's like, crack. Oh my god.
Just to get to
the roots. But luckily for me, she did a good job of breaking every nerve that I have in my head. when I was little. So I don't feel anything.
And then you want to work it into your hair. No combs or nothing, just squishing it down.
It says, when you dye, do you bleach? Well, no, we answered that. And how do you think the process you use would work for dyeing purple or blue? I think you'd have to,
Purple or blue?
Yeah, but I think you'd have to bleach your hair to get a nice purple or blue in your hair, right? Like, you would want it a nice light color before you put something like that.
I don't know.
My mom is inside the box, don't mind her. But I understand that. I think you would have to bleach it first. I think that's just me. I don't know.
Bleaching strips your hair of so many things.
I know. I don't recommend it.
That's so bad. And after if you do a bleaching, there's other products you need to use to put some kind of life back into your hair.
Yeah.
Because you're really stripping it of its more natural color. Most of the stuff that goes in these kind of permanent hair colors, some stripping is involved, but mostly it's putting pigment in.
Right. 420. So 415. I should take it out. Rinse it out. And look, it's lifting already. You can see it. Look at that. We have extra.
It's amazing.
Alright, so it's been 30 minutes. That's what it looks like. And now I'm going to wash it out. I just got out the shower. I just rinsed it out. I didn't put shampoo, and I used the conditioner that the hair dye came with, not regular conditioner. And I did my wash and go as usual. Nothing new, nothing different. And it's not fully dry, but you can see the color, how it's lighter actually at the root everywhere that we dyed it, and the ends are actually a little darker. But that all starts to blend in a week or so. It's just because it's so fresh that it's like, pow. And the back actually took a little more than usual to the color too, so the back is a little lighter, but not too much lighter, so it's still, you know, very light in the front, and it gets gradually darker towards the back. You'll see my hair completely dry, and I will see you then.